Hi. Hey, hello. How's it going? It's been a minute. It's been since November, I think, since I picked up this camera to film anything. So the better part of 3 months. And I think I filmed through October and filmed everything from October, but just have not picked up this camera since then. And yeah, it's been a time, y'all. It's been a time. Early November there was the election, which has been, will continue to be a freaking emotional roller coaster. I had oral surgery in the middle of November, had the holidays. December was crazy with holiday stuff. We were delayed in January a little bit coming back from the holidays, but for good reason. We got to go to the Cowboys game, which was really exciting. But that delayed things a little bit, and then there was the snowstorm. I had a second oral surgery soon after coming back from the holidays. For the same reason, they just needed to split it into 2 surgeries for reasons. Anyway, so there was another oral surgery. That was a couple of weeks ago, so I'm finally back in the swing of things after that. We were away last weekend. So it's been a time. So that's what's been going on, just in terms of life things, and again, just did not pick up the camera through any of that. So I hope we're back and in the swing of things and can continue filming and get back into the habit. So we're gonna start with something a little bit easy to film. We're just gonna talk about what I'm hoping to read in February, and so I'll get to that in just a minute. I also want to, after catching up, talk a little bit about what's coming up. So, there's going to be this TBR. I hope to make that the first thing that comes out, just to kind of give this little update. So we'll have, a February TBR coming out. I have realized recently that I never actually filmed the last clip for and posted a pirate-themed reading vlog that I actually filmed over the summer and never got up, so I'm gonna finish that, post that. I have been reading in January, so I want to incorporate some things that I have read in January. So I'll be talking about some romanticises that I've read recently and really enjoyed, and continue that video on reading. There's another one that I've got on deck, and have the audiobook checked out from the library. So there will be a romanticy themed video coming up. There will be a dragon vlog coming up because I am currently reading Onyx Storm. So there's going to be, some reading things going on. I also want to go back and do, I probably just won't do a full wrap up for November, December. I just probably won't, but I will do a couple of year-end videos that will cover everything I read throughout the year. So my favorites video. I don't like to do a least favorites video. That just probably will never happen for me. But I do like to do a favorites video. So that'll cover some of what I read in those months, and then I think I'll also do a superlative video that'll, I hope, incorporate some more reads throughout the year, including those months where I just wasn't filming. Just as kind of a look back, and then, have a video focusing on what I want to prioritize this year. So there'll be some looking forward or looking ahead videos, some videos focus on what I have been and, I'm currently reading / will be reading coming up. So things will be happening, things will be in the works. And I also am hoping to do a TBR game, to make a TBR game, a new one. I had an idea for one recently. I'll give a hint as to the theme in this video because it is relevant to one of the books that I'm reading. So I'll give a little hint as to what the theme of the game might be. But I hope to make that coming up and then incorporate that into maybe a March TBR and start using that game going forward. Anyway, so lots of fun stuff coming up. Now that we are caught up a little bit, let's talk about what I hope to read in February. So, of course, I love to read a bunch of romances in February. That is always what I love to read in February, especially around Valentine's Day. And I am behind on some of the books that came out this past year from some of my favorite romance authors. So we have The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. Not quite sure what most of these are about, just I know these are going to be auto-buy, auto-read authors for me. I do have Happy Place by Emily Henry. I think this is the only one of her in recent years adult romance releases that I haven't read. And I did see this at a library book sale. So yeah, I think some friends, it's like a friend group that's on the cover here. I think 2 of them were dating but have broken it off, and they haven't quite told everyone else in the group yet, I think. And so that should be fun. And then I also have not read Not in Love by Ellie Hazelwood. Again, I don't quite remember what this one's about, but yeah, I have Ellie Hazelwood's latest release that I haven't read. I think she's about to come out with another one as well, but I need to catch up. I have Jane in Love. I believe Jane Austen kind of gets pulled into the future and is trying to save the legacy of her work or something. I don't know, it sounds fun. And then I also will be starting the Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. So I read the Dreamland Billionaire series from her and had a lot of fun with it. This is an F1 romance. This is the hint for the theme of what I'm hoping to design and create. So, you know, details to come in a later video, but since it is relevant, I will mention that this is a heavy hint as to the theme of my TBR game coming up. It follows a couple of people who are in the Formula One world. I think one of them, is it someone falls in love with his teammate's sister or something? Anyway, I'm excited. So those are some romances I've got on deck, and I also have a couple of others checked out from the library, so I'm hoping to get through or continue as many series as I possibly can this year. That is going to be one of my main missions. And I have the audiobook checked out from the library for the next book in this series. This is 5 Broken Blades by Mike Orland, and the next book is 4 Broken Realms, I believe. I have the audiobook checked out and very excited to continue this series. This involves a group of people who are trying to kill the king. Super fun. At least I had a great time with it. I've heard some mixed reviews, but I had a great time with it. I also have the audiobook for A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson, and I'm so excited about this one. I think this will be part of a dragon vlog. Again, as I mentioned, I'm currently reading Onyx Storm, so I hope to incorporate this into a dragon vlog, maybe along with some other dragon books that I have. But I know I have the audiobook checked out for this one, so I'll just mention this one and we'll see what other dragon books I end up incorporating into that video. This is historical. I believe is it England in the 1920s? Yeah, London 1923. So it's historical, involves dragons, involves language. I think it's going to be super interesting. So yeah, so those are at least some things that are like definitely on deck for February that I'm pretty confident I will get to. The rest of my focus, again, I'm hoping to start as few series as I can in February. I know with most of the Fairy Loots I have, I will be starting new series when I read those, but at least for the moment, I'm hoping to not start new series and continue series, even just for a little while. So I do have some standalones. I have Blood Over Brighthaven by Emma Wong. So that is an option if I would like a standalone. I have For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. This is a revenge-focused story that is a fairy loot that is a standalone, so that's exciting. Another standalone fairy loot has sent out recently is Immortal by Sue Lin Tan. I really enjoyed this author's duology that started with Daughter of the Moon Goddess. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is still set in that world, but is a standalone in that world. So I adored that duology, so I think it would be nice to read that one. So if I'm in the mood to just have a standalone, then those are some good options. As far as continuing series, I have the last book in the Trial of the Sun Queen series. So it would be nice to finish out that book. I have the second book in the Lightlark, or the series that starts with Lightlark. I'll be talking about Lightlark in that romantasy video that I mentioned. But if I want to continue, then there's another option. I also have not yet read Somewhere Beyond the Sea, and I'm very excited to do so. And this is by T.J. Klune. This is the follow-up to The House on the Cerulean Sea, which I absolutely adored. And so I've been holding on to that one for a moment, and I'm really excited to get to it. I also have The Atlas Complex. This is the third book in the Atlas 6 series by Olivia Blake, so it would be great to finish that out. I also have a third book in another trilogy to finish out this trilogy. This is The Bone Shard War by Andrea Stewart. I read the first two a good moment ago, so I probably would need a refresher. Hopefully there are maybe spoiler recaps online or something, because I read those a good while ago and really meant to just read the series all the way through, and I don't remember what happened, but I meant to just read it all the way through so that I wouldn't forget the first two and then try to go into the third one without remembering the first two, but you know, here we are. So those are some options. I definitely won't get to all of those, but the romances and these two I definitely have on deck, and then the rest is just kind of a we'll see what happens. But I do want to vlog in February, again planning that dragon vlog, the romantasy vlog, although I'm almost done with it. I think I just have one more book that I want to read for, and I still have a little bit of time left in January at this point. So that might just bleed a little bit into February, but that vlog will hopefully be coming out in February. And then, yeah, so we'll see what happens with how I incorporate the other ones into a vlog potentially. Maybe I just have, you know, a standalone themed vlog, or a like let's continue some series vlog, although it's hard to do those in a vlog and hard to talk about continuations of series. So we'll see how I want to incorporate that. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you for hopefully coming back to this channel and sticking with me while I took an unintentional break there for for a few months. But yeah, thank you so much, and I hope you're excited about some of the things to come. Let me know if you have any ideas about, you know, how to work these into vlogs, or things you would like to see either coming up or for like recap videos for the past year or something. Again, I think I just want to do a priority video, superlative, best of, and just kind of maybe leave it at that. We'll see, I don't know. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and be sure to subscribe, and hopefully have some more videos coming to your subscription feed. And yeah, I'll be sure to link my Instagram down below. I'm also hoping to revive my Instagram that has been dormant for even longer. So I'm hoping to revive that, so I'll link that down below. And I'll also leave more information about how you can support the Black Lives Matter movement, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.